Hi, this is Michelle Caskey from Homeschool-Your-Boys.com, and today I want to talk to you about the method of homeschooling that I use, and why you may want to also consider using this same method. Now, when we first started homeschooling, the only thing I knew was public school. I had gone to public school the whole way through, from preschool through college. And my husband had done the same. Every time I played school at home, it was the traditional school method. So when I first started to homeschool my boys, the only thing I really knew was public school at home. So that's kind of what we did, or not public school, but it was school at home. So I got desks for them, and I had workbooks for them, and I would stand in front of them and they would sit, and I would present the material, and then we would do quizzes and tests and the whole bit. And it didn't take very long for me to realize that wasn't going to be the best method for teaching my boys. So what we do now is completely different, but I guess I would consider it an eclectic method of homeschooling, meaning that there are lots of different methods out there, such as the Charlotte Mason method, or the unit study method, or you're using textbooks, or using living books. There are just lots of different ways to educate our children. Online classes, tutors, I mean, there's just tons and tons of stuff. But what we do now is eclectic. So we use different methods every year. We use different methods for the different subjects. And we basically, it's flexible enough that I'm able to use whatever method I think is going to work for my boys the best at the time. And the older they get, our teaching method, my teaching method changes, and I'm able to study them and see what's working and what's not and make changes. And so that's basically our teaching method. Why you might want to try the eclectic method, if what you're currently doing isn't working well, or if you're feeling kind of trapped in a box, or if your kids are kind of bored with their lessons, and you may want to give the eclectic method a try as well. One thing that I will say is that I want to be really careful to make sure that you don't feel that my method of teaching my boys is any better than your method of teaching your kids. We're all different. Our kids are different. They're all unique. They have certain things that they're really good at. They have certain things they struggle with, and they're all different. So just because a method of teaching works really well for my boys and for my family doesn't necessarily mean that it's the best method for your kids and your family. And the reason I say that is because I've been noticing lately that something really concerning to me, which is it seems like homeschoolers are having a hard time getting along. We're judging each other. It seems like there's a whole group of people who are kind of on the lookout to pounce as soon as they hear something they don't quite agree with, or if they notice someone's doing something differently than they are. You know, I'm hearing all sorts of comments such as, oh, that's not rigorous enough curriculum, or my method is, I've been homeschooling for 20 years, so my method is, vastly superior to what you're doing because you've only been homeschooling for 3 years, or Just honestly, things that just make my heart hurt. And so I hope that you can hear when I'm telling you how I teach my kids. That is in no way my attempt to tell you that my method is the best, or that I know everything, or that you should stop what you're doing and that you should start doing things the way I'm doing them. If you can learn from something that I have learned over the years and that I'm trying to present to you, great. And if not, then chuck it. You know, honestly, we're all just trying, you know, let's give each other the benefit of the doubt. I'm trying to do the best I can, and I know that you're trying to do the best you can. So hopefully we can talk about things, we can encourage each other, and we can be kind to each other, and let's try to restore some civility to some of these conversations, rather than me saying this is the absolute best way to do it. Let's have a conversation about it. Why are you doing it that way? Great, that sounds like a wonderful reason. This is why I'm doing it this way. And no, oh, you don't want to do that? That's fine. You know, we don't have to do things exactly the same way, but we can still be kind to each other. We can still listen to each other, and we can still learn from each other. So, all right, enough of my soapbox. I will climb back down right now. It's just something that's been concerning me, and I wanted to make sure I got that out there. So, yeah. So anyway, I would love to hear what method of homeschooling you use, and if you have strong reason behind why you use that method, I would love to hear it. So if you would leave a comment, that would be amazing. And otherwise, this is Michelle Caskey from Homeschool Your Boys, and I hope you have a wonderful